Odissi is a path of power and grace. Earth and water, fire, air, and space is a path of celebration, of sensual expression, as well as divine alignment. My name is Revital. I first encountered Odissi Dance in 1995. I came to visit a friend in Orissa. I was already living in India, immersing myself in yogic practices. And while I was visiting her, she took me to Odissi Dance performance at an ancient temple at a small village at the outskirts of Puri. I instantly fell in love and asked, where can I learn this? And of course, the best places were in the big city, in Bhubaneswar, but I was very much a nature girl back then, still am really. And I ended up enrolling in a small school at the outskirts of Konark, the home of the magnificent Konark Sun Temple, Surya Mandir. I stayed in a small open air, just a roof, little dwelling at the back of the stage of the Konark Dance Festival and started my journey with Odissi Dance. I only lasted for about a year with it, and then I had a bit of a segue. I ended up falling in love, getting pregnant, having a baby, getting married, moving to the United States. And some years later, around 2004 or 2003, I came back to Orissa. And that is where I really realized the yogic aspect of this dance and took it on as my full practice. And ever since, I've been studying with some of Orissa's most celebrated dance gurus, Guru Gangadhar Pradhan, Guru Bichitrananda Swahin, Aruna Mohanty, Sujata Mohapatra, and Ratikant Mohapatra of Sarjan, the son and daughter-in-law of Guru Kelucharan Mohapatra, and most recently with Sharmila Biswas. All of my teachers are stemming from the lineage of Guru Kelucharan Mohapatra, with some influences with Guru Pankaj Charandas, who is carrying the Mahari, the temple dancers lineage. What I love about Odissi dance is that it's a path of power and grace. We are developing strong connection to the earth, strong stability and grounding and solidity and clarity and focus. And at the same time, we are developing incredible fluidity and beauty and grace and constantly refining our expression. It's an intricate path of immense coordination and at the same time has a beautiful connection to spirit. It's a path of devotion. It's a path of offering all that we create into the divine. For me, Odissi dance has been a path of profound transformation, a truly tantric yogic path. In essence, Odissi is about unifying and harmonizing the masculine and feminine energies in our body, yin and yang, heaven and earth, stability and fluidity. When we practice Odissi dance, we develop structure and strength and openness to hold that Kundalini Shakti in our body, to cultivate its energy, and then we learn how to move it through the Shushumna Nadi, through the central path of energy in our body, as well as through our expression faculties, through our arms, our hands, and of course through the stem of the neck into the facial expressions. We're also harmonizing our emotions in the vital organs and then expressing them in order to complete them, to resolve them, and to develop a more clear channel of connection to spirit. Odissi dance goes back thousands of years into the temple culture of ancient India. It is a dance form that was developed as a spiritual, devotional offering, so we can clarify a vessel and have a more clear channel of connection to divine energy, as well as to the elements of nature, as well as connection to our community. It's a path of both expression, communication, connection to heaven and to earth, to ourselves, to our circle of connection, and to divinity. Another aspect of Odissi dance I absolutely love is how it brought me in connection, in community with so many beautiful sisters on the path. Mudras are a really big part of Indian dance. Mudras are actually hand gestures that has been used in ritual practice in India for who knows how many thousands of years. It has been a huge part of Indian spirituality. It's used to direct energy and to cultivate and refine energy in yoga and in Hindu ritual. And it's so beautiful how the dance practice, the dance forms, has been taking this technique of using mudras and expanded it not only to express energy, but also to tell stories, to express emotions, and to express the storyline of human life on this earth, ecology. Practicing Odissi is not instead of feeling free and expressing yourself authentically with free movements. I find that my free movement practice has been immensely informed continuously by my Odissi practice, and at the same time, my Odissi practice has been able to stay fresh and deep and connected and relevant by me allowing myself to sometimes break the mold and express myself freely. It's a path that I find merge and connect and separate continuously throughout my life. Perhaps one of the most beautiful things about Odissi dance movement and patterns, it is all about cultivating and mimicking the pattern of the spiral. It's about clarifying and accentuating and developing spiralic movement in our body, and therefore mimicking that way of nature, because spiralic movement is the way of natural elements. It's the movement of the wind, it's the movement of fire, it's the movement of growth, it's the movement of the cells inside of our body. It's the movement and the structure of our heart. It's in the core structure of atoms. It is the way the universe, the cosmos, is moving. And so by mimicking or cultivating the movement of a spiral in our body, we are aligning with cosmic energy. There is no dance form that I have seen, experienced, or been witness to that has such an incredible unification of ground-shaking vibration of power that you channel in your body, and at the same time such exquisite and subtle grace and flow. And the way the grace and flow and the ground-shaking power are merging into one expression is absolutely mind-blowing, heart-expanding beauty. Odissi dance is for anyone who wants to merge their sensuality and spirituality into one expression. It is for anyone who wants to develop their connection between their pelvis and the heart, earth and heaven in their own body. I have taught Odissi dance to people of all genders and all ages, from little children to 80-year-old. However, the people who tend to stick with it longer are usually women between the age of 20 to 60-something. If you feel the calling, you are welcome and invited. We start slow, we start simple, and we build up. Most of the women who come to my classes tend to have already had experience with either yoga or belly dance or some other kind of movement practice. However, I have definitely worked with complete beginners and saw them progress from a little ugly duckling into a beautiful swan. Truly, I believe that anyone can dance. If you have the motivation and the dedication, you will succeed. You can dance if you want to. All you need is a willing heart. You can dance if you want to. All you need is a stomping feet. You can dance if you want to. All you need is some flexible wrists. You can dance if you want to. All you need is to move your neck. You can dance if you want to. You need just to develop your drishti and your motivation in your heart.